Okay, I think I am live. If you're here and you can hear me, let me know. Because I think the countdown... Hang on. I'm trying to multitask. And it's not letting me. Okay. I guess so. Okay. I try to do something different and it didn't work out that way. So let me know if you can hear me and see me. Hi, Judy. Hey, Shelly. I am burning some more mugwort like I did the last time, which everyone in the house had fucked up dreams from it. So I figured why not do it again for this new moon. Hey, Dee. Okay, awesome. Good. So much for trying something different, right? It's always something. So, how is everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. Wow, Dee, I have family in Toronto. Mississauga, is that how you say it? Mississauga, something like that. I also have family in Winnipeg, which is like, where's Lynn? Canada, Lynn. Hey, Amy. Hey, Anita. I am so glad you guys joined me tonight. I hope you're all doing well. Oh, okay. So I said it, I maybe said it right, but close enough. You know where I'm talking about. So, how has everybody been holding up the past couple of weeks? Hi, Nancy. It's been kind of like a roller coaster, at least for me it has, and a lot of people I've spoken to have been going in and out of drastic emotions. 1 minute, yeah, Shelly, it's been a rocky road. 1 minute you're okay, and then the next minute, hey, Lori. Yes, Anita, there is definitely a lot of letting go. Dee's been feeling heavy, tired, unmotivated. A lot of people. Wait, hang on. Tati. I know everyone's like Tati, but I'm from Brooklyn. We have to cut the word like Tati, right? Tati, not Tati, Tati. I think I said it right this time. So Dee, a lot of people have been feeling very heavy, tired, because there's a lot of energy clearing going on. And I feel like I've been saying this for like 3 years. We're releasing, there's clearing going on, blah, blah, blah. It's like, damn, do we have a lot of shit to clear out. But there's a lot of intense energies coming in. And I'm going to go right to the meaning of the decks because it has a lot to do with this new moon, this Lion's Gate, this whole Leo season we're in. It's letting go and fertility. And that's exactly what we are experiencing. So there's like the challenging, shitty side that's showing us what we need to let go of, but it's opening new doors and opportunities for something new. And it can be exciting or it can be scary because all of it is unknown. So we really have no idea. None of us do. There are some people that will claim that they know exactly what's going to happen. Nobody knows. We have an idea. But the truth is, Miranda's letting all the baggage out. The truth is, we've never been in this position before. As humans, as a society, as the human race. We've just never been through this. So there is a lot of stuff that's going on that we probably don't really understand it to the fullest right now, because there's a lot of stuff that's been kept from us. So we have to learn it through trial and error. So tonight's new moon is in Leo. Leo is a fire sign. Leo is my moon sign. Leo is about, think of the lion, the king of the forest, the one that's in charge. He's bold. He or she is bold, takes action, sits and waits, and then first opportunity it gets to, whether it's attack or show themselves off, they do. So this Leo season, which starts today, is pushing us into feeling motivated, inspired, which I know, even for me, very unmotivated, very like blah, energy goes up and down. When you feel good, it's just not enough to feel inspired or motivated, but that's changing. That's the season we're coming into, is that fire, feistiness, that motivation, that inspiration, that's excited to take chances, even if we don't know what the fuck we're doing. That's the Leo energy, and that's the energy we are coming into. What's today? The 29th, I think, right? 28th. Anyway, I think it was the 26th. The Lion's Gate portal opened. Now, I know a lot of people talk about the Lion's Gate as 8/8 or on August 8th. And that's an earth thing, 8/8, because in the grand scheme of things in the universe, there is no time. There is a time frame. So from the 26th to, I want to say the 12th, 13th, could be 15th, around that time. Let's say within the next almost 2 weeks, the Lion's Gate portal is open. And I will be doing a meditation, a quantum leap meditation on August 8th, here live on YouTube. And the Lion's Gate is a portal that opens around this time of the year, every year. But this year, it's a little bit more intense. It corresponds with all the releasing we've been doing, all the letting go we've been doing. Hey, Bernadette. The Lion's Gate is the perfect energy to manifest. It's when manifesting is at its peak, the fastest, most intense way to manifest things. So utilizing that energy to bring in what you want is key. However, you have to be clear about what you want. And sometimes we think we want something, and our belief system or our subconscious believes that we don't deserve to get it. And we put all this energy into trying to manifest this, and then we think we can't manifest anything. So the fact that we're all here means we all manifest. It comes natural to us. Hey, Crystal, I have a piece of hair and I keep feeling it and I can't like grab it. That's why I keep pulling on my face. So we're master manifestors. We manifest every single thing in our reality, in this dimension, even higher dimensions, parallel universes. We are manifesting experts. So don't think for a second that you can't manifest, or you're missing something, or that you don't know how to do it. Be mindful of what emotions come up, what thoughts, what voices come up when you, let's say, for instance, you want to manifest $1 million. And you close your eyes and you're envisioning this $1 million. And of course, it's what you want to do with $1 million. It's not necessarily just to have it, just to have it. You want to do things with it. So you're in this vision and you're thinking about all these wonderful things that you're going to do with this $1 million. And we tend to ignore that little subtle voice in the background that may be saying you don't deserve it. Are you kidding me? How are you going to get $1 million? Other people can get $1 million, but not you. Or my favorite one is rich people are bad. Money is bad. So why would you want to be a bad person and some kind of belief like that? So that doesn't mean we can't manifest the million. It's that something is diverting our energy from us receiving it. And usually it is the belief system. And recently it came to my attention that it is also the attachment to things. So, for example, if you are, and most people are right now, are in financial stress, you just can't seem to get enough, to get out of your own way. Cost of living is, I'm not even going to go into it because then I'll get pissed off. But you know what I'm saying. It's not a good feeling right now when it comes to money and survival. And what we do is we'll focus on, wow, like the $1 billion, well, over $1 billion mega, what is it, mega millions? Just think about it for a minute. If you won the $1 billion, and it doesn't matter that you're only getting like 800 million. I mean, just imagine $1 billion, what you would do with the $1 billion, right? And that feels good because right away you're going to pay off your bills. You're going to buy your parents a house or your kids a house, or, usually you're going to give it away. You're going to help other people. So when we think of money being bad, it depends on the person. You probably wouldn't be that bad person. You would be that person that would help others, that would do really, really good things with that money. And I think that is the major key right now when it comes to manifesting, especially financial abundance. And I've been changing my whole perspective on money. If that's what you want right now, and I don't know anybody who wouldn't, because you can do amazing things. You can help so many people. You can have a greater impact on the world when you have money. So the way I just explained it, is it really bad to have money if you're going to use it in that way? No, it's not. So we need to get out of the mindset that money is bad, that people with money are greedy. Granted, there is that 1% of greedy fuckers that, yes, they are just for themselves. It's for like self-consumption. And they couldn't care less who's hungry, who's homeless, who's starving. They don't care. But that's not us. If you're watching this, that's not you. You're not one of those people. You're one of the people that came here to change a very, very broken system that is collapsing. And you have to step into that energy of, I can make a greater impact. I'm here for a reason to help. I chose to come here during this time because I am part of rebuilding or creating a new, really, system. So whatever it is that you want to manifest right now, because tonight is the new moon, and the new moon is about new beginnings. Do a vision board, write your goals. Even tonight, the meditation that we're going to do is going to be in the manifesting aspect. But I also want to address any attachments that show up, thinking like you need to have the money because this is the only way you're going to do it. And then you sit and stress over the money because you didn't get the money, but you really need the money and you're focusing on the money. And why isn't it coming? Because you're attached to it. So tonight's meditation is going to focus on not just the vision, not just connecting to our heart, because I know a lot of people right now are in this energy. They really don't know what they want. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to envision. I don't know. Tonight will be about connecting to your heart and allow your heart to show you everything that you desire. Letting go of any attachments that are keeping us from bringing whatever it is that we want into our lives, and make the biggest difference with humanity ever known on the planet, since Earth was Earth. So that's my intention tonight for the meditation. Now we're going to talk about, I spoke about the Lion's Gate. So on August 8th, I keep saying, want to say 8/8, and then August 8th comes out, and in my mind it gets a little mumbled. On August 8th, I will be doing a Lion's Gate quantum leaping. Quantum leaping, basically quantum leaping is leaving one timeline, like time and space, and hopping onto another one. So when you come out of the meditation, are you in that vision? Not exactly, but all the changes that need to take place that will take you to that timeline, you're on the timeline. So now to physically see the evidence of that, everything in your life is going to shift and change. I do a lot of quantum leaping, and what I've learned with that is that sometimes the shifts are very intense, they're nerve-wracking, they're scary, because a lot of unexpected shit happens. But if you keep, your mindset on, this is taking me the quickest way, the best way, for my highest and everyone's highest and greatest good, to this vision that I have, I'm okay with that. And I have to remind myself as I'm going down the fuckery of all these shifts. So that is the one thing I want to share about the Lion's Gate meditation we'll be doing. That would be, if there's a side effect, that would be the side effect. It's going to be a lot of out of your hands. You have no control. The only thing you have control over is your vision. And if that's what you really want, then you have to remind yourself that no matter what happens, that's where you're headed. So now tonight's new moon is going to push us out of our comfort zone, which I think the universe has been shoving us a bit, coming out of our comfort zone. But for some reason, it feels like this coming August, this Leo season, because technically Leo season is the end of July to the end of August, like that time frame. Well, like mid-August till the next new moon. Okay, so that season is going to really push us out of our comfort zone, really push us to take action, push us to do things we've never done before. And once again, it could be exciting and it could be scary at the same time. So just know that this is part of your highest and greatest good for not just you, but everyone on this planet in the same vibration or above of you. So I'm happy to report, this is the final phase for clearing. So whatever clears out during this Leo season is pretty much, not that I'm saying we never have to, work on ourselves again, but with the major clearing that we've been going through over the past 3 years, at least 3 years, is coming to an end. It's not going to be as drastic, as intense, as emotional as it's been. So we're in the final phase as Mother Nature goes through the final phase of her purification period, which means most likely there will be, I almost wanted to say like disasters, and I don't mean like the world's coming to an end disaster. There'll be a lot of storms. There'll be a lot of flooding, a lot of earthquakes happening in areas that never had an earthquake, or like just bizarre weather patterns, a lot of fires. This is all part of the purification period. As we healed ourselves within, Gaia is doing the same thing, except everyone knows when she's healing. Everyone knows when she's clearing out. So we're in that final phase of clearing, the creation and new paths. So this stage that we're moving into, that we're in, is going to bring the clarity we've been looking for about what direction we need to go on, what we need to focus on. So we're going to receive the clarity with that. And come the winter solstice is when we actually see the physical evidence of our path, our purpose fall into place. So from now until the end of the year, it's going to be about clarity. And I feel like we're going to end in a very different position globally than we could even imagine. And it's going to be for the good. However, it's going to be unknown. Remember, none of us have ever experienced this before. So creating a brand new system for humanity is going to be very different. So it's really important to be kind to one another, to help one another, to honor someone's opinion that's different than yours. Because if we can't talk about our differences, how are we going to create a new system? We can't avoid talking about it, and we can't fight about it. So I feel like this is where we're going with not just ourselves, the way we talk to ourselves or the people around us, but as a planet. You know, we're pretty much all human. Well, most of us are humans on the planet. And humans have been treated like shit, like slaves. We've been enslaved, we've been programmed, we've been conditioned, and little by little, everyone is waking up to it. Now, there are some that woke up before others. It doesn't matter who wakes up first or second or whatever. The bottom line is that everyone is waking up. So if you are awakened, if you are aware of what this process of the new earth is going into, then it is your job to set the example of respecting someone else's different opinion than yours. Because free will is free will. Whether it's my opinion or yours, we both have the free will and the right to voice our opinion. That doesn't mean we have to agree. It just means that I'm going to try to see your way of looking at it, try to see my way of looking at it, and maybe between the two of us, we'll come up with something totally different that works for both of us or all of us. That's really where we really need to be. And if you are, or if you feel like you are, a light worker, a healer, a star seed, or any other title that falls into that, it is your job to set the stage for this, to create the path for this. And that is what I think this intense letting go and clearing has been about. Letting go of judgment. It started with ourselves, then it goes on to other people. Forgiveness, starting with ourselves, then everyone around us. And it just got deeper and deeper and deeper until we literally opened up our heart, and we're learning to be vulnerable and authentic, which is the scariest thing for anyone on this planet. But that's where we need to be. So no matter how hard it was for you, it was just as hard for someone else. So like it's been hard for you to be authentic and real, especially most star seeds and light workers clash with their family. Like the families don't get it. You know what that feels like to be the outcast. You have to honor and accept someone else who's in that same position without judgment. So we need to, like, the only way we can make this change, because it makes me so angry with what I see is going on. And that 1%, I don't even want to give them a title because I don't even want to give them power of that. But that shadow government that thinks they're running the show is so bold right now and in our face. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. They really believe that you guys are fucked. That's it. Game over. And I know that's not true. You know that's not true, because something is happening with humanity as a whole. And the only way to break free, whether you want to call it the matrix or whatever, is to do the opposite of what they've conditioned us to become. Fear is how they get their power. Let's say I am the most powerful woman in the world. How do I have power? I have power because a bunch of people fear me and give me their power. Me by myself, I only have so much power. But when I can control everyone around me, that's everyone giving me their power. And how do they do that? Because they fear me. As long as you live in fear, you're giving away your power. Where would I be if those people who feared me decide that they don't want to fear me no more? They're like, fuck you. Little by little, I lose my power. And I'm not so tough anymore. I'm not so powerful anymore. Money isn't power. Fear is. They use money as a metaphor. And that's how they got us. So don't live in fear anymore. Don't be afraid of what's going to happen. We are so much stronger than that. And there's more of us than there are of them. And they know this, which is why they keep putting out all different propaganda and bullshit to have us constantly bicker with one another and separate ourselves from each other and all the shit that they've been getting away with for centuries. So the time has come now to stand in your power, and this is what the Leo energy is. Stand up for your truth. Stand up for the truth of anyone else, whether you agree with their truth or not, because the truth is the truth. And I wanted to make sure I got everything that I wrote down. So what was funny that came to my attention just now is sudden changes are going to happen, and it's going to create more anxiety. So I saw some of you typed in that you're very anxious. What I would do, and this is what I've been doing anytime I feel anxious. Usually I get pissed off and then I get anxious from being pissed off, because anxiety is, how can I word this? Feeling powerless is where anxiety comes from. Like, I can't change this. I can't make a difference. And usually anxiety is fear of the future. So what you're doing is you feel powerless in a future event, and you're just creating more anxiety. Now, especially if you're sensitive, you're going to feel a lot more anxiety because of the collective. So a lot of it is not yours. It's just you're feeling everyone else's anxiety. But question your anxiety. What are you afraid of? What is creating this anxiety? And most likely it's you're powerless over something. Find out what your subconscious believes you are powerless over and shift that shit in a heartbeat as soon as you recognize it. And you'll realize you're not really powerless. It's just a programming that's just going on in your mind that you're not even aware of. So there may be a tad more anxiety because of all the sudden changes that will happen. Things are going to move really, really fast from now till the end of the year. You think shit's going down with governments and shit like that now. wait. There's going to be so much shit that comes out that we're not even going to know what to look at first. Just stay in your power and let it collapse. That's the only thing we could do right now, just allow it to collapse, because it's collapsing. Don't give it any energy. It's not ours to fix. It wasn't ours to create. It's not even ours to begin with. Let it fall apart and just focus on your world, your new earth, what you want, the changes you want to see in the world. That's what we need to focus on, not the bullshit that they're doing. And I admit, I get caught up in that shit too. I do. I get so pissed off, and I'm like, I need to do so. And I'm always like yelling and fighting. And where did it get me? It's not changing anything. If anything, I am feeding it. I'm feeding into it by feeling powerless because I'm mad and I'm angry and then I'm anxious. I'm not. I catch myself now a lot more than I have in the past. And I can nip it in the bud as soon as I recognize it. And I highly recommend you guys do the same. Another thing, because of the way the planets are lining up, we have, oh God, I know it's Uranus and Jupiter, I think. I thought I wrote it down, but apparently that was in another timeline. Unexpected news. So unexpected surprises. I do feel like for a lot of us, it depends on the scale of it. Unexpected money. I just feel, I've been feeling like people coming into unexpected money. It could be, maybe it's not $1 billion, but it's something that is going to help you for whatever it is that you're anxious about right now. Let's say, for instance, you're anxious, you don't have your rent. I don't have the money for the rent. Something unexpected is going to come up that's going to take care of that. And I don't know why I feel that for everyone. It's like we're all coming into unexpected money. So it's important for us to open ourselves up to new potential. Now, before I go to the reading, which this is kind of a long rant, I'm sorry. I am going to read what you can expect based on your moon sign, not your sun sign. Your sun sign would be like, I'm a Taurus, I'm born in April. My moon sign is Leo. If you want to find your moon sign, I suggest you Google free birth chart. You need to know, of course, the date you were born. Hopefully you know your birthday, where you were born, and the time. If you don't know the time, you use midnight, and it will give you your birth chart. And I always look, there's a lot of, signs that are important in your chart. But, I bet Capricorn moon. I have a Capricorn sun here. So I like to look my sun. Well, if you know your sun sign, I mean, that's like your sign, your rising sign or ascendant, and your moon sign. Those are the three that I always look for. Then there's like other ones like Venus and Mars. And it really depends on the different aspects of those. But your moon sign is your shadow side. And shadow doesn't necessarily mean bad. It's the side that you hide. Like, for instance, when you get angry and you're ready to snap, you will behave like your moon sign, whatever your moon sign is. I know I do. So I'm going to read based on your moon sign. If you are Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius moon, it's going to be very emotional with major possibilities for new beginnings and lots of changes in perspective. So it looks like the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius moon, are going to have a change in their mindset. So something about the way you look at things is going to change. If your moon sign is Gemini or Libra, it is also an emotional time, opening new doors of changed perspective. So that's kind of like the perspectives that have been changing up until this moon, kind of different ways of looking at things and healing a lot of connections, especially when it comes to family. So it could be that friends or family members that you haven't spoken to in a while, you suddenly kind of click back with them. And that's Gemini and Libra. Aquarius moon. Lots of positive energies, but your emotions are much more powerful and deeper. And you may have challenges in your romantic relationships. But in the end, it will bring clarity and a changed perspective. So whatever it is that you need when it comes to your romantic relationships, it's going to get deep. Let's put it that way. And I feel like for the Aquarius, they're going to kind of really connect to their heart and what they want and not so much what they've settled for. And that's where that changed in perspective is going to come from. Oh, Laura, your sun and moon in Libra? My rising sign is Libra. So Dee's a Capricorn, Sarah's a Taurus moon. Lynn, sun Capricorn, Taurus moon. She's here. So I wonder if you guys, are you feeling blah, Sarah? Oh, Bernadette, your Aquarius moon. Well, I mean, it's good. It's not like, none of it is ever bad. But when it comes to romantic relationships, there's going to be clarity. Ah, really, Sarah? Interesting. I didn't get to Capricorn yet, ma'am. Shelly, I'll be in Capricorn. No. Oh, really? Well, but it's going to be a good outcome. There's going to be resolution. It's going to be resolution. Okay, and this is for Shelly. If you are Cancer, Virgo, Capricorn, or Pisces moon, Cancer, Virgo, Capricorn, or Pisces, you have major balancing energy around you and major transformation. Transformative properties, but major transformation. I'm going to say it my way. So the Cancer, Virgo, Capricorn, and Pisces might have been like unstable. I think we've all been unstable, but perhaps those signs have been feeling unstable even more. So something is going to balance this out. This energy is going to balance that out. And transformative properties is that all of a sudden it's just going to like bloom. It's like the butterfly, like, wow, I could fly. That's the kind of energy I feel with that. Now, if you are a Taurus or a Scorpio moon, nope. Anita, I'm doing it right now. Taurus or, hey, Alexa, Taurus or Scorpio moon. You have potential for positive change, but it may bring up conflicts and challenges in relationships that need to be resolved. And it's not just romantic. I feel like this goes friendships, family, romance. It's all of those. So if you've been kind of disconnecting from certain people over the past couple of years or like just fizzling out, there's going to be resolution there. Also, in the relationships, maybe you are not being 100% true, like true to yourself. Like maybe you've been behaving a certain way or accepting certain behaviors. That's not going to vibe with you. And that's where the conflict and challenges come in. And this is a good thing because you have a resolution there. So I'm just, oh, okay, Alexa. I was just like, all of a sudden, all of the chats pop up and I'm like, how did I miss this? Oh, that's Bernadette. I just read what you said. It feels good. Something is on. All of it, there's no way that we're going through this shit just to have more shit. Okay? I don't believe that. Oh, really, Sarah? Good. Okay, so that is what you can expect for Leo season. I read all my thingies. Oh, by the way, I want to thank all my patrons on Patreon for supporting me. I did recently change my membership levels, my tiers, because Patreon is new to me. You know, like anything else, as I evolve, that evolves. So I did change my tiers, and it's geared more towards like group coaching. There'll be more meditations. There'll be more Q&As, more kind of personalized talks based on what you guys want to talk about, what you want to hear about. I will be doing live coaching calls on that as well. I put other stuff and you think I'd write it down. No, because I'm going to remember. And do I? No. But if you are interested, in the description, you can book a reading with me. You can take a peek at my Patreon. And of course, as always, thank you, thank you, thank you for those of you who support me on Patreon and send me love offerings. I was going to say love donations. I so appreciate so much when you guys think of me like that. It's such a great feeling to know that it's an energy exchange. So it's nice to know that when I'm doing something, someone connects to it. Just like when I get messages after the circles, or sometimes a week after the circle. It's just really cool that you vibe with certain things, and it changes you in some way. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I know I should start off with that, but I still want to say I'm new to YouTube, which I kind of am, but not really. So if you are new to my channel, I want to welcome you, and I'm going to show you 3 cards. Each card represents a deck. The deck you're drawn to is the message you need to hear. All the decks are going to resonate with one another. Oh, I got to write down my my time thing. Okay, so all the decks are going to resonate with one another, but the one you are drawn to is the one you need to hear. So I'm just going to write down the time so I can time stamp it right away instead of waiting for it to process. So tonight's theme is fertility and letting go. That's the theme tonight. And tonight I'm using the animal cards. So if you are drawn to the tiger, you are deck number 1. If you are drawn to the polar bear, you are deck number 2. And if you are drawn to the lion, you are deck number 3. So let me know what deck you chose. I'm going to read the decks again. Deck number 1. Deck number 2. And deck number 3. Okay, 2 and 3. And it's okay if you pick 2 decks. There's probably a message in both of them for you. So back when I started doing the circles, I'm like, no, you have to pick one. 8 years later, we're like, everybody picks more than one. Oh, man, you're here. So pretty much a lot of people are picking 2 decks. Huh, Bernadette? Maybe it's how you feel, like you said, the brave bear. Okay, so if you chose this, I have to write it down. You are deck number 1, and this is your now there's like a novel with these cards. There's a lot of cards that popped out today. So my intention when I did the decks is what needs to be released right now, and how can we step into our purpose. That was my intention when I did this. So let's see what the universe is going to tell us. So we're going to start with my favorites chakra cards. Okay, so deck number 1. You have sacral chakra, throat chakra, and throat chakra. You think you're having some stored energy going on in your sacral and throat chakra? Okay, so you have desires, emotions, creativity, and will. So for some of you, I feel like, and I feel like I said this the last circle, but like digestive issues or cramps or something going on with your lower part of your stomach, or even back, your lower back area, like something around almost like just below your waist area. That's where I feel like that there's a lot of stored energy. If you are looking to get pregnant, this just came to my mind. If you've been trying or you're looking to get pregnant, I feel like for some of you may even be pregnant right now and maybe not know it. There's definitely a pregnancy here. And it's not going to be it's going to be a surprise. Let's put it that way. A much desired surprise. Okay, now the emotions. So I feel like there's a lot of water energy here. So some of you may be a water sign, or you're in a relationship with a water sign, because this is the emotional roller coaster. If you look at his face, this is the feeling I feel for you guys. Like just all over the place. Like you don't know where to focus. You don't know how to act. You don't know like where. It's almost like your emotions go from one extreme to the other very quickly, probably based on what you're experiencing, or just random erratic. I can't even put it into words. It's just it's like this picture, like however you would put a word to this picture, all over the place, very, very chaotic, but it has a lot to do with the way you're feeling. And I feel like this inner conflict is going on with your emotions, because a part of you, the old version of you, is telling you to behave a certain way or do certain things. And the new version of you is telling you just go out there and be different and do it anyway and do what you love. And you're having a hard time with that. What's interesting with this, because the throat chakra is also about expression, right? And expressing yourself. How can I put this into words? You're learning to express your true self. However, you don't have to wait till you snap. You can express yourself when things are calm, and not necessarily wait until you have your emotional breakdown. And that's when you let everything out and you say the truth. And maybe the truth isn't really the truth because you're mad. So you add some pain into it, and then you feel guilty about the way you just snapped. So this is a very intense lesson in learning to express yourself in a balancing way. Don't wait till you snap. Just don't wait till you snap, because you're only going to feel worse about yourself and how it affected someone else. Think about it. You're not expressing your true self because you're worried how people are going to respond. So you wait until you're pissed off and you respond like a lunatic. And then you feel bad about the way they're looking at you or the way, everything went down. The good news is you have a lot of inspiration coming into you, a lot of passion. And passion can go both ways, right? Passion could be angry or it could be loving. So passion could go either way. It's an interesting word. It's an interesting feeling. Lately, you have a lot of passion of things that you want, things that you like, things that you longed for. I don't know why that feeling of longing comes in, like things that you used to do that you don't get to do anymore, or creative ways to express yourself that you haven't been able to do for whatever reason. It's kind of nudging you to move into this energy. Like just go and do it. Yeah. So for some of the, for some of you in deck number 1, there's a lot of aggression because of these feelings, these emotions that need to be transmuted. And creativity is the best way to express your emotions, like through art or music or writing or dancing or whatever it is. You're not doing, I don't want to say you're not doing that, but maybe you should find a way to express yourself creatively and create something you're proud of rather than being mad about it, being angry, because the anger is making you feel bad. So I feel like for some of you, because you have Hunter, which is the aggressor, and then you have Redemption, which is forgiveness. So, and that's why this is making me feel that you feel bad and then you feel guilty about it. Forgive yourself for not understanding how to express yourself truly. We're all learning this. If we weren't conditioned the way we were, we would all know how to express ourselves authentically, right? And not worry about judgment and all this other nonsense that keeps us from being true to ourselves and the world. So forgive yourself. And the number 20, for some reason, is standing out to me. I don't know why. The number 20, or maybe it could be the number 2, but I see the number 20. So 20 may mean something. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Find fun ways, creative ways to express yourself. Maybe, see, and here's the numbers 2 again, 2 and 2. And we got Taurus card here. So some of you may either be a Taurus or you're involved with the Taurus. And the number 2 and the number 20 is very significant for some reason. Either you're getting validations through this number 2. You're waking up at 2 o'clock. Some of you may be waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning. A lot of stuff has been going on in like twos. I feel like there's a lot of 2s around you. Right now, I feel like, because you have creative structure, I feel like you have to find the ways that vibe with you, that connect with you, to let go of guilt and anger and frustration, or turn that anger, frustration into something positive. Like, I don't know, write a song, do a dance, paint a picture, paint an angry picture. But it's still going to be its own beauty because all your emotions are in there. There's just something creative that I feel like you used to love to do, or you've been thinking about doing and you're not doing, and you're just like mad at the world. That's what it feels like. You're just mad at everyone and everything. Then you have Isis, which is past life. It's funny because this one says the situation involves your past life memories, which very well could be something from some kind of old karma that you're clearing out. I don't know why she just popped up to me like that. It could be old karma. I feel like not necessarily old karma. I feel like it's more generational. One or both of your parents behave this way and their parents behave that way, and down the line. So this is definitely a learned behavior on how to deal with your emotions, and just be okay with that. Just be okay with that. You can learn something new. That's what you were taught. That's how you did it. You recognize it now, and now you're going to learn something new. You really need to be kind to yourself. And self-care, put yourself first for this Leo season. Do things that you enjoy. Take that bath. Go for that walk. Learn to give yourself a timeout from the world. That's really what it feels like. You need to find a time out from the world so you can like ground yourself and center yourself. You need to stop. I just feel like, I go back to that picture with all the heads. You're trying to take too much on. You're trying to fix too many things, and it's just overwhelming you. Just take time for yourself and care for yourself. Do things that make you feel good. And try to stop doing things that you think other people expect of you, because that's when we get into problems. Okay, so you have shock of the new and relax the hold of darkness and beat at cause. So this one and this card has come up before, and it always feels like when you can't find the light in the light. You only find the light in the darkness, right? And that's where you've been, in this darkness. And you're aware of this darkness. But within this darkness is that light. And it's around you. And it's kind of like pulling you out of this energy. We'll call it this energy. And there are a lot of things that are changing for you. And if you look at this card, you see how she has that sacred geometry by her throat over here. It's like your throat chakra is healing. You're learning to speak up for yourself, communicate for yourself, heal that, express yourself, especially when it comes to the work that you do. Whether you're working or you own your own business, like whatever it is around work, career, I feel like you're learning to open your mouth, to speak up, to say what it is that you feel needs to be done, or what you have to contribute to whatever it is. Instead of just like, I don't know, I just feel like you kind of just sit in the background. Like you're just waiting for the opportunity to come, but it's not going to come. You have to create that. So you have to put that out there. And there's some big changes coming with that. Even this card, softly, softly, this tender touch. Is that 20 again? Oh, there's the number 20 again. You see, it looks like she's got like some kind of energy coming out of her mouth. Like she's downloading it here and it's coming out through here. So there's a lot of inspiration. There's a lot of ideas that are coming through you. Your emotions are getting the best of you. And it happens to all of us. I don't want to feel like that I'm telling you you're an emotional nut. You're not. It's just that your emotions are getting the best of you. So I'm going to read the tiger, which is fire, which is the energy that we're in, because Leo is fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. So remember, I was talking about that passion. That is your power. And you have control over it. Don't let it control you. Control your passion. Because when you allow it to control you, your emotions take over and it can take you in a very different direction. Let's see. So deck number 1 is one of those people that will be coming into money as well. I do feel like something at work, there'll be like either a bonus, not necessarily a raise. I feel like it's like a bonus or a gift or something like that. Like you're going to receive money, like a one-time thing for something, and it's going to help you out a lot. It is also it's a new beginning for something. It's like it's paving a new path for you. And I feel like this has to do with you speaking up, like you kind of pushing this idea that you have out, and that's going to be like your validation. Like maybe it's grant money, maybe it's especially if any of you are thinking about or applied for grants for a project that maybe you've been working on or you're thinking about it. That's what I feel like it has that kind of energy. So, this is a collective reading. Take it as it fits, as it vibes with you. So you have spiritual strength, hope, and intuition. So I guess it's safe to say that you are going through a spiritual transformation. I guess we can say that, right? As we all are. It's just that deck number 1 is kind of working on trusting their intuition without second guessing it. Maybe you're too much in your head, you overthink or overanalyze it, and it keeps you from trusting that little subtle messages that come through. So trusting your intuition is like a test. You're being tested right now. And for some of you, I feel like either you're hearing things, like either someone calling your name, or you'll hear someone say something and there's no physical person there. And instead of be like, oh, it's the angels, or it's someone, not physical talking to me. Instead of that, you'd be like, I'm hearing things, or I didn't hear it. Oh, I must have thought that I heard something, but I didn't. Like it's that kind of flip-flop. Like you did, but you won't acknowledge it because there's no physical evidence of it. And instead of trusting an unknown or another realm of possibilities, you'll be like, nah, I didn't hear it. So I feel like deck number 1 is definitely being tested. So this new opportunity that's coming to you, this new thing that's going on when it comes to business, work, or career, from now, speaking up now, by a year from now, because this is a year from now, you will have created something amazing. So this inspiration that you're getting, this guidance, this inspiration that you've been getting, maybe you don't know the bigger picture or how to do it. Maybe you have the vision, but you don't know how to make it work. So you're not saying anything. By you putting it out there and saying it, you have helpful people. There are people around you who are going to help you build upon whatever resources you have in that moment. And within a year, you're going to have created something even bigger than the vision, even grander. It just feels like it's something much, much bigger than you even anticipated. But there is no way you would ever know how to get from where you are now to where that will be in a year from now. Just allow it to unfold and come to you. Do not attach to anything. Don't try to figure it out. And please do not keep putting it off and waiting for a better time. Because when you get that inspiration to call someone or say something, by acting in that moment is exactly when it needs to happen. Because that's when the momentum gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's going to turn into something much, much bigger. Your angel messages. Let's see. Emotions are running high. No shit. Conclusions are within reach. It's time to take action. And nothing will come of this situation. So this card that I feel is the darkness that you're in. It's either you're in your head. Most likely you're in your head. I feel like your mind is creating the emotions that are dictating you right now. Things aren't the way you think. And by you trying to fix what you think is going on, that's why nothing will come of this situation, because it's not what you think. It's just what you're perceiving in this moment, because you don't have all the evidence yet or all the details yet. So if something feels like it's out of your control, surrender to it. Just let it go, because you will get the clarity you need to see what's really going on, and that you really need to take no action right now when it comes to those details. The only action you need to take is that inspiration, that inspired action. Say something, call this person, like things like that. It's more of inspired action, not just random doing shit just for the sake of doing it. So deck number 1, I hope that resonated with you and helped you in some way. Now we're going to move to deck number 2. Well, I am on the ball with these time things. You have polar bear. The polar bear is mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. So deck number 2, the shaman within, right off the bat, you are most likely a healer. And I feel like you're having, just like deck number 1, you're having issues. Oh, yes, you are having issues trusting your intuition. So let's go to your chakra cards. The mind, your third eye. Grounding, root chakra. Family, root chakra. Solar plexus, inner child. Deck number 2. Sorry, my bad. Deck number 2. You're too much in your head and you're not trusting your divine guidance, which is leading you to massive anxiety, which is creating a space where you don't feel safe, you don't feel supported, you don't feel secure. Money might be a big issue. You feel very unstable. That's just your chakra cards. So let's see what I'm feeling from this. Okay, deck number 2 may be having, It feels like there's some kind of fear when it comes to your family or your home life, your family, your home life with your family. It's like your inspiration your intuition is telling you and inspiring you to do something different that you've never done, but you're feeling such a push to do it, but you're afraid it's going to disrupt your household financially. And I feel like you immediately go into the space of, if this doesn't work, I'm going to be homeless. I'm not going to have anything. Like, it just feels very extreme how you think things are going to feel. Like, almost as if you think you're going to end up under a bridge. You're going to lose everything by taking this chance. That is coming from some childhood trauma that you've been healing. You've been healing it, but here's the secret key. You need to have fun with it. If you can figure that out, have fun, like learn to play. Stop being so serious. Stop trying to figure everything out and planning and like details. Learn to have fun. Learn to surrender. Learn to have that sense of wonder, like, wow, all these possibilities, like that kind of, like a child. Child doesn't worry about if they're going to end up homeless. No, they're in that moment. They're playing, they're imagining, and they're having fun. And nothing from the past or the future steals that now moment for them. And that's what I feel like you're learning right now, to be very, very present, very in the moment. And I'm laughing because I can feel, but if I'm in the moment, how am I supposed to prepare for what's to come? You know, I have things to do. Like, that's what I feel like is going on in my mind. Like, there's this argumentative version of you that is convincing you can't be present, you can't have fun, and God forbid you rest and you do something that's not part of the plan. Well, you're going to screw everything up. There's a very anxious version of you that is trying to hang on because they know they're on their way out. And this is where trusting your divine connection comes in, trusting your intuition, trusting that inner GPS. There is nothing the world can throw at you that you haven't overcome already. Remember that. There is nothing. Not that I'm saying anybody wants to go to their worst time or moment, but you got through it, right? So you know you'll rise above it. It's not going to consume you. It's not going to kill you. So to be anxious over something that may happen because it had happened in the past, just know that you've conquered it. You've gone through it. You survived 100% of your worst days. You got this. There is nothing you need to fear. And the number 8 seems to be significant for deck number 2. Yeah, no, I didn't see so far, but the number 8 feels like it stands out a lot. 8 is the infinity sign. So I feel like you are moving into this new, it's not even new. It is the path you've chosen when you came here. You're stepping into this, but you have to trust that your higher self is taking you there. The fastest, easiest, most beneficial for your highest good way to get there. I don't even know how else to word that, because I feel like those are the messages you've been getting. And maybe in a way that this is just your validation. Once again, they're like, you're not listening. You have sacred fool, release the dark wound, let love live, bring into form, and heavenly sent. So this card, heavenly sent, to me feels like for some of you, you may have communication with a loved one who has crossed over, who is no longer with us. Or you may have a gift of mediumship where you can communicate with spirits that have crossed over. There's some kind of communication going on. And I feel like you're just dismissing it. Or you're not even recognizing it. You just, like, it happens so fast and so subtle that you're so used to just like, oh, I made that up. And this is almost like deck number 1 too. Very interesting. There's some kind of dream, something with your dreams going on. There's a lot of metaphors in your dreams. A lot of metaphors. Don't look at the dream book and don't look up. The dream books is like they take a poll, for instance. Okay, how many of you dreamt of a triangle? Oh, what did you feel with the triangle? And then this becomes like the dream book. You know, they're okay when it comes to understanding metaphors. However, your dreams are more intense. A book isn't going to tell you, you looking it up isn't going to tell you. You have to almost analyze your dreams. Your dreams are speaking to you in a way only you can understand. So if you understand the metaphor, don't okay, corn? Is that corn, Tatty? Or I don't know. I feel like I can't even see shit anymore. Are you dreaming of corn? Oh, okay. Huh, that's interesting. So going upstairs would be rising above. Walking a straight road means clarity, that you can see your path. Corn. When I help people read their dreams, here's what I say. 1, always take what you feel in the dream, right? Because the emotions is the hidden, suppressed, subconscious emotions you're not dealing with. So whatever the dream makes you emotionally feel, take note of that. And there you go. Abundance. Yes, corn is, because the cornucopia, yes, that would mean abundance. So that would be a great dream. Like, just stay on the path that you're on. Just continue going in the direction you're going. That's what the straight road to me feels. And upstairs, going up, is rising above. Walking straight down a path means you have the clarity you need. That's what I would take that as. But like, that's an example. So when you're having dreams, analyze them. And even talk to other people and see. Sometimes someone will point out something in your dream that they know what's going on in your personal life, and they'll be like, oh, I feel like it has to do with this. Don't be afraid to share your dreams, but definitely look into the deeper meaning to it. And I bet you, Tatty, there's more to that dream than what you're receiving. Maybe there was some doubt. Maybe you were doubting something, and then this dream comes in when you were having one of those like major doubt days, and this was like some kind of validation. I believe the universe always gives us validations through very subtle ways. Bugs, animals, nature, flowers, everything, everything. A cloud, a crazy ass dream. So that's what I feel like deck number 2 is experiencing, like mind wise, dream wise, even gift wise. Because didn't your card say about psychic abilities? Yeah, psychic abilities and shaman, the healer. So that would make sense because you're bringing it into form. So, Taddy, did you pick deck number 2? Because that's interesting. I can't. Oh, this thing is. Hang on, I can't even. Oh, screw it. Taddy, I can't even scroll. Oh, you picked deck number 3. Okay. So deck number 2, because I was going to say this is kind of like Teddy's dream, walking a straight path. And you see all the light. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but to me, these look like, those little light things look like dragonflies. And that, to me, is a sign of transformation. It's the same as the butterfly, the dragonfly. So I feel like you're on the right path. You're walking in your truth. It's just that there's a little stop. Oh, really? Who wrote that? Because I have a friend that wrote a book, The Psychic Witch, but I know that there's more than one. Release the dark wound and let love in, and the sacred fool. So the fool here is changing. If you look at her, she has like the puppet on the string there, whatever those puppets are called. So it's like you've been dictated for a very long time in how to behave, how to be, and that's changing. And I just feel like you're letting go of the control. It could be breaking out of the matrix. I mean, take it as it resonates, but you're breaking free from chains. You're walking your true light. Release the dark wound and let love live. That obviously is releasing. They are releasing a fish. Something with these ripples. Hang on a second. Okay, so the ripples in here feels like the impact you have, if you look at the ripples, the impact you're having on the world by sharing your gifts and sharing your truth. It may not seem like it's doing much, but it's got a ripple effect. And it's actually doing a lot more than you think. It's helping. It's expanding a lot more than you know. So something about either the people you're talking to or whatever work you're doing right now is having a greater impact than you can see right now. So, oh my God, you got like a ton of cards. Okay, your goddess is Vesta. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants, which is interesting because you have the family card, the household, grounding, feeling safe, sturdy, stable. So that's I mean, I don't feel like if someone has someone in their house right now or people in their house right now that is creating this imbalance. I just feel like those changes that this moon is bringing on, like that change in perspective, that clarity, especially when it comes to relationships, there's nothing you need to do. Just let the universe unfold when it needs to unfold. Let's put it that way. And don't put too much energy into Okay, I'm reading the comments and I'm like, okay, so the dragonfly, Taddy's been journaling. And Taddy, you will. Sometimes it's a future message. Sometimes we can't understand when we journal or what a dream means, and it later on it like makes sense. So don't give up on that. I would just keep doing it because there's something very significant in the dreams that you're having. Okay, so I'm done reading the messages. Thank you for hanging in there with me. So you have pray, love conquers all, and curtsy. So this one over here, I feel like this has to do with someone who, okay, because over here they have prey, which is stalked, right? And it's not necessarily that someone's stalking you, but I feel like someone is watching you, especially online. And I don't even think you know that they're doing this. So if you suspect someone's doing this, maybe it's your intuition telling you, but you can't understand why they would be doing this. Trust that. But I do feel like this person is going to contact you. You're gonna know who it is if you don't. Let's put it that way. But it's someone that's watching you online, like following you and watching you. Almost want to say a little obsessed. I don't want to scare anyone. I'm not saying like, you have this stalker, but when you get into that thing, like you like someone and you just watch them constantly and you're like, the crazy version of you comes out. It's kind of like that. I don't see anything bad about it, but I do see someone that is very attached to you. Love conquers all. So if you are in a relationship and you've been going through some like rough times, because this is what I feel like. If you're already in a relationship and you're going through some kind of like, there will be balance there, and a decision will be made when it comes to the relationship that's for the best for you and the other person. And for some, it might not be what you want, but it's what's best for both of you, your highest and greatest good. Because there's something more. There's something more to that. Even if it feels like that they are I hate using those words, like a soulmate. Oh, I had so many. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, cool. Thanks, Shelly. Thank you, Shelly. Okay, so you two, the number 6 and the number 1 may be significant, and there may be an Aries. The Aries, if you're in a relationship with an Aries, then that's where the Aries fits in. But I feel like for this person that's watching you, I don't want to say stalks, but obsessively following you on social media may be an Aries. Because this felt like a feisty fire sign, and I didn't realize that you had the Aries card. So they could be an Aries, which doesn't really mean anything when you look at the great scheme of things. It doesn't matter what sign they are. Trust your intuition, though. Definitely trust your intuition. If your intuition is like, stay away, stay away. So there's something, because you have waiting within the next few weeks, and there's something that you are, I almost want to say obsessively. I don't know why this word keeps coming up with this deck. Trying to make, you're forcing something to fall into place faster than it is. So you're obsessing over making something work. Just leave it. You cannot rush the process. You cannot control divine timing. You cannot control the divine. A lot of things need to take place when things fall into place. It's not just you, it's everyone involved. So you need to surrender to it and have a little bit of patience, especially when it comes to work. Don't force something to work before it's ready to fall into place. It will. It's just going to take a little bit longer, because you got within the next few weeks. It's going to take a little bit longer than you anticipated. But that's not a bad thing, because I feel like when it does fall into place, you're going to realize the timing was perfect, because there's something either you have to learn or something you need to, that needs to come to your attention, that you tweak, something like that. So just don't rush it. Trust it. You have the light card. Firm foundation. There's your root chakra again. Passion ignited, and mental conflict. And there's, look, you can't even make this shit up. Look, mental conflict, the mind. Passion. Your root chakra. Firm foundation, your family. The light. Here's your anxiety, but this is about having fun, right? So it's really interesting how those cards matched up with your chakra cards. Just wanted to point that out, because there's another validation. Get out of your head. Trust the process. And passion is a good thing, especially if lately you're feeling unmotivated. You're going to get that motivation. You're going to get that motivation. Like, when you start something new and you get so excited and you're so into it and you're like, oh, and you get lost in it. And then all of a sudden, shit just dies and you don't. And now you want that feeling back, that motivation, that inspiration, that like creative endeavor that you were doing, because it makes you feel good. So if that has been lacking lately, it's coming back. Oh, look, you got the fertility card. It's coming back. And I feel like within the next couple of days, something is going to, for all I know, it could be that something during this reading changed your perspective on something, or you became aware of something that you really wasn't before, and it changes the energy about everything. And then within the next couple of days, you're going to feel that inspiration brew again. Okay, so your angel messages are a time to give rather than take. And this goes back to, where's the walking card? This one. Walk your truth, walk your path. Giving who you are to the world is really important right now. Nothing is yet set in stone, so calm down. Calm down. Don't worry about it. Things will fall into place. Don't let your past hold you back. Balance spirituality and practicality. Your hard work is paying off, and a personal issue reaches resolution. And I feel like this has to do with the household, the family dynamic. So So yeah, be kind to yourself, deck number one, please. Everybody should be kind to themselves. But deck number one, I feel like is very hard on themselves. So, I forgot what deck I said. Deck number two. So, deck number two, I hope that resonated with you. Now we're moving on to, hang on, let me write down. Deck number three. And this is the Lion. The Lion is higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. So that's okay. So deck number three feels like you have, then you have the Leo card. So either Leo is significant to you, or this is just you embracing that Leo energy. But deck number three has some, everyone has a purpose. I believe that. There's different levels and there's different gifts that we all have to offer the world. Deck number three feels like it's something big, something global, something massive, because you have here the tribe, and that stood out to me, like tribe, that you're creating like a community of healers or a community of something. You're creating something big, but you might not see it completely as a vision yet. You just know, you have this sense of knowing. You just don't know how the hell you're going to do it. Because when that tribe card, as soon as I said tribe, that was the feeling I got. This is the card that came to my attention. Legacy of light. So this is generational. This is ancestry. This is your ancestors passing down the gift of healing. I just feel like there's healers. Deck number three is a light worker, a healer. I believe probably everyone watching this video is a light worker and healer. However, deck number three feels like you're creating a tangible, it's something that's so new, I can't even put it into words. A way of living for people, for others. I also feel like that if you are not in a relationship, you are attracting a lot of different people into your life. People that are going to help you to this bigger vision. People that are going to be a part of your tribe. And also romantic. You're attracting a romantic partner. So you have forgiveness, heart chakra, compassion, heart chakra, third eye, visualization, and throat chakra, communication. So you expressing yourself right now is so important. I feel like for some of you, you may have been isolating yourself or like withdrawing from people and kind of like staying in your own little world. But it's time for you to go out there and express yourself, communicate this gift. You have to put this gift out there because this is something that was passed down for generations. Now, even though, whether you know or not, like your grandparents or your ancestors have done the work that you are doing now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they're there spiritually. They are there intuitively communicating with you. So you are probably getting a lot of visions. It feels like pieces of a, like a movie, like snapshots of a movie. I just feel like if you're just sitting down, you're sitting outside, all of a sudden you'll get like a vision of something very, very clear, but really fast. Oh, right now, this Lion's Gate is it's so important to everyone. I don't want anyone thinking like I'm favoring deck number 3, because that's not the case. But deck number 3, use this Lion's Gate energy for manifesting this vision. Focus on this vision. You don't even have to understand the complete vision. Whatever little snapshots you get, stay in it. And maybe during the meditation, it's going to come together for you. I don't know, but it's really, I just feel very strongly using this Lionsgate energy is very, very important, especially right now. I'm just reading the messages. I'm sorry. Sometimes I look like I'm just staring into space, but all of a sudden I see the little chats. Okay, so putting yourself out there is very, very important. Now, the compassion, acceptance, letting go, and forgiveness, there's always some healing that we need to do. That's okay, Lori. I mean, however you're getting it, as long as you're getting it, let's put it that way. When I say like visions, for instance, not everybody is visual. Some people hear, some people just know. Whatever your particular gift is, it still applies. It doesn't mean you have to see it. You could know it, you can hear it, but it's the same thing. So thank you for that, Lori, because I forget that the way I'm using the words might say, somebody isn't a visual person and they're hearing it, like Lori's hearing it, same thing applies to them. Now, for yourself, for your heart chakra, there is still some letting go that needs to take place before you fully open your heart and embrace your authentic self, your true self. And this final letting go phase of forgiving yourself is actually going to completely shift how you accept the world and others. Like, I know we all try to be accepting, of people. And then there are times where, judgy pudgy comes out and then you're like, oh, I don't mean that. Why would I think that? And you dismiss it and just be like, no, I don't judge. No, I accept everyone. But deep down inside, something popped up and you ignored it because you don't want to think that way. And it doesn't mean you're a shitty person because you did. It's some kind of conditioning that needs to be addressed so you can let go of it and really be truly accepting and compassionate. It's all right if you find yourself making a judgy comment or judging someone that consciously you wouldn't do. Don't dismiss that subtle little thing that comes up, because that's what's going on in your subconscious. That's what's holding on to stagnant energy. So by you acknowledging it, it loses its power. You can heal it. You can transform it. If you ignore it, it's going to stay there and, keep coming up. And it's going to be not like a block, but it's going to be stagnant energy that you're holding in your heart chakra. Let's put it that way. Power of manifestation. Oh, sorry. Power of attraction. Spirals of manifestation and going beyond normal. So this is the card that I feel like if you are not in a relationship, if you're in a relationship, good job, great for you. As long as you're happy, all is well. If you're indecisive about the relationship you're in, if you're like, the Leo energy is going to bring clarity, strength, and motivation to take action. I'll put it that way. If you are not in a relationship, you are attracting someone into your life right now, not just romantically, but like I said earlier, either through partnerships, someone helping you get to the next level, and your tribe, your soul family. So that's why you got to put yourself out there. You can't be the hermit. You can't be a hermit crab right now. You got to put yourself out there because there are people that need you and are waiting to cross paths with you. Going beyond normal. This is your golden idea. This is your vision. And this is what makes me feel like maybe it doesn't even exist yet. Maybe it's, I believe we're all creating paths that don't exist. We're creating a new path. And that's why the first wave of the awakened happened when it did. So right now, in this moment, during this time, we are creating these new paths. We're paving a path for everyone that the next wave is going to awaken, and then the next wave. So we're creating this new way. I don't even know what it's called. We'll call it a new way. So it may not exist yet, and it just exists as an idea, but it's happening. And then spirals of manifestation is what I feel like, that you connecting to the Leo energy is very important. Here is your spiritual union. Here is your foundation and achievements. This is the partnerships, fulfillment of wishes. So those are the three areas that I said you would be attracting people and your soul family: triumph, truth, and crown chakra. And crown chakra, we know that's your divine connection. Then you have the Leo energy, the number 5. So if the 5 resonates with you, awesome. Release the power of your heart. And the 5 weeks keep standing out to me. So something is transpiring during this Leo season for you. Something is in creation that you will actually see within the next 5 weeks. Okay, I think this is Matt, M-A-A-T. I think that's how you say it. I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. And she says the situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. And she's fairness. So I feel like this has to do with your purpose. Like, I almost want to say socialism. You know, like everyone, be fair to everyone. Nightmare, burnt by the sun, enlightenment, and anti-hero. So, nightmare. Protect yourself psychically. It could be as simple as wearing a protection, a charm, Imagine a bubble protecting you, asking your angels to protect you. It's very important for you to protect yourself when you go to sleep, especially if you're doing psychic work like healing and you're dealing with other people's energies. It's very, very important for you to protect yourself, which is why I started wearing my bracelets again. Now, during the day, I took them off because I'm doing gardening and stuff, but I felt like I needed to wear them. So I'm wearing them again. Could be a bracelet, whatever it is that you feel protects you. Um, Anti-hero, the risk taker. Enlightenment is the inspiration, and burns by the sun is ambition. So this is the energy that you're in. It's time to take chances, take that leap of faith. It's time to trust your divine inspiration. You're ready. Be assertive, and it's up to you. So let's see what your angel messages are. Okay. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Your dreams need a practical plan. This is why connecting with others is very important right now. Show the world the real you. The energy is gaining momentum. The answers you need are coming. Prosperity lies ahead, and the fiery climax approaches. So, tell me deck number 3 if that wasn't awesome. That was an awesome read. They all were. Okay, I just felt the energy of deck number 3. And I know a lot of you guys picked 3 and maybe another deck, which is even more validation. You know, like you picked the first deck, like either 1 or 2, which was like, oh, this is what I need to work on. And 3 was your validation. So that is awesome. Okay, guys, I know I've been on here for like 2 hours, but even though I'm doing the Lionsgate meditation, I want to do something very simple that I was taught through actually Gabriel and Raphael channeled. I don't know. This is what they showed me, which was very important right now, is to bring your attention to the present moment. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to be in the present moment. On the 8th, which next week, we're going to go into a deeper, detailed meditation. That one is going to be deep, but I just want to share with you because it's already a long time, and I know you guys like doing the meditations. We're going to do a simple, quick, be in the moment now meditation. You're welcome, guys. So this is what they showed me, especially if you're anxious. If you guys are anxious, this is going to be so simple. That's why I'm laughing. And I'm like, what the fuck is this supposed to do? Do it. Do it. It's going to shock the shit out of you. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes, the more present you become, and the less anxious you feel. So simple. So close your eyes and take a deep breath. Let out a big sigh. Now take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And just bring your attention to your breathing in and out. In and out. And just be aware of any thoughts that come through your mind, any ideas and things you were supposed to do and didn't do. Just be aware of it. Just be aware of it and breathe in and out. And now focus all your attention on your right index finger. all your attention to your right index finger and feel your index finger. Is it on your lap? Is it just hanging? Just feel your right index finger. And no matter what thoughts, no matter what feelings come up, bring your attention to your right index finger. And the more you focus on your right index finger, the more you can feel a pulse, the life of the index finger. And now I want you to breathe into your right index finger. And you can control the energy just with your breath of your right index finger. Take a deep breath in, and the vibration slows down. As you exhale, does it speed up? And just keep your attention on your finger. Can you feel it pulsating? Does it feel warm or cool? Is it heavy and limp? Is it relaxed? Now I want you to send energy to that finger and just think, I'm sending energy to my right index finger. And notice how your finger responds. And now bring your attention to your left index finger. Your left index finger, how does it feel? Send energy to that finger. Feel how it changes. Does it vibrate? Is it hot or cold? Now you're going to alternate, starting with your left index finger. Bring all your attention there. And then your right index finger. And now your left. Now your right. Now bring your attention to both of your index fingers. Send them energy. Relax them. Okay, when you're ready, open your eyes. And I know that wasn't really a meditation, but did you notice you weren't thinking of anything? You were solely focused on your fingers, sending it energy, paying attention to its vibration. So anytime you're anxious, anytime you feel overwhelmed, just close your eyes and just say, I'm going to focus on my finger. Or I'm going to focus on my toe. Like, you don't have to do your finger. That was an example. Just bring all your attention to one specific area and then bounce back and forth, because that is when you're present. You're in that moment. Nothing else matters. And if you paid attention to how your physical body felt, which we were not focused on, you were very calm. you were very relaxed because you weren't thinking of anything. Oh, Bernadette, I've EFT'd out in public. Well, at least I thought, nobody was watching, and I told that story before, and they were. So, yeah, it's very, very simple. Very simple. I almost felt like, oh, they're going to expect a meditation and we're doing this. But honestly, it is so powerful. So powerful. Because you're going to notice the difference when you're in that moment of anxiety and overwhelm, and you do that. You're going to come out of that state like this and into a calm, relaxing state like immediately. So I hope that helps you guys. Let me know when you used it and how it worked, like when you were anxious. I know it works for me, but we're all different. So I'm curious to know how it worked for you. And remember, I will post a reminder about the Lionsgate meditation. That one is going to be a hypnosis type meditation. So make sure you have at least a half hour to 45 minutes in a quiet space where you can be relaxed and comfortable, because that one I feel is going to be intense. I just know what the intention is. How we're going to do it, I have no idea. I leave it up to whoever is communicating to do that. But I know it's going to be very powerful because this is a very powerful time. Oh, you're welcome, Taddy. Okay, guys, have an amazing night. I love you all. Thank you so, so much for joining me tonight. Stay safe and have an amazing week. And I will see you on the 8th. Good night.